Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel JMPR Cloud Tech, where you'll be learning Salesforce from a learner, that's me, Preetham Angya. In my previous video, we learned why to learn LWC. Today, let us see the IDE that I use to develop Lightning Web components. To start building LWC, the best IDE would be Visual Studio Code, along with Salesforce CLI and Salesforce specific VS Code packages. It's not only to develop LWC. I use VS Code for almost every development activities. Now, let's install VS Code in a Mac OS. It would be similar steps in Windows or Linux as well. Let's navigate to code.visualstudio.com. Download the appropriate installer for your OS. Once the download is complete, open the installer and follow the on-screen instructions to have your VS Code ready. To install Salesforce specific extensions, go to Extensions and search for Salesforce. Install the first two extensions called Salesforce CLI Integration and Salesforce Extension Pack. These are provided by Salesforce only. Once both are installed, go to View and click on Command Palette. It will be easier if you start using the keyboard shortcut and build your muscle memory to open up this command palette. Search for SFDX and click on Create Project. Choose Standard Project Template and the path where you have to save this new project. Now we have to connect this VS Code window to one of the Developer Org. But before doing that, we should have Salesforce CLI installed. If not, we will run into an error like this and it will fail to authorize. Let's navigate to this link and download and install latest version of Salesforce CLI to our machine. Now, if you go back and run the command sfdx authorize an org, it opens up the login screen in our default browser. After logging in, verify the displayed username is yours and click on Allow. After successfully completing these steps, go back to VS Code to see the status Authorize an org successfully ran. Well, now you have your VS Code setup ready and can start creating new Lightning Web components. When learning anything related to coding, the first set of code we write is for a Hello World program. So even for this, let's create a Hello World LWC. Navigate into the folder structure of your project and reach the folder LWC, which is under Force App, Main, Default. Right-click and click on Create Lightning Web Components. You can even do this directly from Command Palette. Enter your desired file name and press Enter to have a folder created with 3 files: one HTML file, a JS file, and a meta XML file. Open the HTML file and type in Hello World and save. Open the meta XML file and mark this isExposed attribute as true, and add few targets which defines where this LWC can be used. Let's add the app page, record page, and home page. After saving, go to your folder and right-click and select SFDX Deploy Source to Org. Once the deployment is complete, if you go to your org and check Lightning components, you can see all the custom Lightning components that you have developed. Now let's open the sales application and edit the homepage. If we search for our Hello World component, it shows up here. Drag and drop it anywhere you want. Save it and activate as you need. I'm just making it the org default. Once done, if you go to actual homepage, you can see your Hello World message. Congrats, that's your first LWC. Now let's go back to VS Code and edit the isExposed attribute to false and try to deploy. Deployment fails without any useful message. Any idea what happened here? Well, this component is already exposed on the sales homepage and we are trying to change the attribute and that's why it is failing. If we go to the sales homepage and remove it from the layout, then try to deploy, it is successfully deployed. Now, as isExposed attribute is set to false, what would be the behavior? Yeah, you are right. When we try to search the component in Lightning App Builder, it does not show up at all. That's the use case of isExposed attribute in the meta XML file. Similarly, here we have mentioned this app is available in app page, home page, and record page. If we delete home page from here and keep isExposed true, we will not be able to add this component to the home page. Now that you have set up your VS Code and also created your first Hello World LWC, join me in the next video in the LWC series to add input and output functionality to the same LWC. Please do like, share, and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified of my new videos.